Hey there. Why do I do that? I've got to get a new intro. Hey there. Welcome back to Oops, I Planned It Again. In today's video, I am going to be reorganizing, reconfiguring, cleaning out my grow tent. A couple of videos ago, I talked about my grow tent a little bit, but I didn't go into detail, so I'll give you a review and kind of show you my setup. So let's get right into the video. This is the grow tent I have. It's the Ohuhu. Excuse me, I think that's how you pronounce it. I will put all of the specifications of like the size and where I got it and everything, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like inside and kind of how I have it set up. Okay, so this is the inside of my grow tent. I'll get you a little bit closer. It's, you know, it just is what it is. It used to be a lot more full, but honestly, with all of the cuttings and all of the stuff that I grew out for the shop and just how much stuff I've been selling and getting rid of and going through, it's definitely cleared out a bit, but I want to make it a lot more organized, and I want to bring out plants that are my plants and put them around the house, like find spaces for them around the house, because I think it's about that time. The reason why I have this grow tent specifically was because of importing plants. I was importing a ton of plants at the beginning of the year, and I needed a dedicated space for them to make sure that they had the proper humidity, airflow, and everything, and I just did not have anything like that set up. Now that I do, everything's growing, everything's being super fabulous, but it's, you know, we're getting into the fall winter time, and I'm wanting to take things out that are going to be in the house and then kind of separate things for the shop and all of that. So I'll show you everything really closely. I really don't have any organization in here, which is the problem. You know, I just, you know, here it is. I'm a fan of having plastic containers like this one, that one, or even big ones like I have down here, because it helps me organize and maintain the plants really in one space. I'll talk about what that is in a second. That's disgusting. But yeah, that's kind of just, you know, here is an up close of what's going on here and why we need to organize things. So one of the issues that I've run into a lot is really where to place my humidifier. I put it at the highest level because I thought that was the smartest spot, but the issue with that is that it goes up and then it drips all the way down, and then it drips down right into this corner right here, which I've had to clean out really often, and it's like a really disgusting rough spot. I'm gonna clean it up today. All you have to do is take it out and spray it, but I have to take everything out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is remove everything from the grow tent. Yeah. This is one of the ways that I use leca for plants to grow. So basically everything sits in this big square container, and that's the water reservoir, and then everything's in their own individual containers in leca. I really like this way because I'm able to house a lot of plants in a kind of a lot smaller space, which is the most efficient. So yeah, this is one of my things. I'm gonna be taking some of these out, but yeah. This is what the inside of the grow tent looks like. I have grow lights everywhere. These are just strip grow lights from Walmart. And then these shelves I got from Target. So I have two tall ones, and then I have two short ones around the house. I do really like the shelves because they're adjustable, and I'm going to be adjusting these shelves probably on this side, just one side, because it's just a ton of work, and I still need to clean out the mat at the bottom. but I want to stake up a lot of plants and they just need more room, and I need to be able to access them. So I think I'm gonna make this basically into so right now it has 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So I think I'm gonna make it into 3 spaces, and we're gonna see if we can figure that out, because I'm just saying this, but I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Oh, and then inside is obviously the humidifier, and then I have a fan as well for circulation. I will say I don't love this fan because it's very hard to clean and it gets really disgusting, so I basically have to use a toothbrush to clean it, but it's still not fantastic. It's freaking hot. I need to put the AC on. But okay, so basically that was the hardest part. Unassembling. Taking it apart is the hardest part. And now is the fun part where we get to put it back together. So I'm going to rinse this off. I do this outside because I don't want all that crap in the house. So I take it outside, I rinse it off, and I just let it air dry for maybe like an hour. And then we'll put this back in, and then we'll be able to configure where we're gonna put all of the plants. I think that's really the only big adjustment, is seeing which plants I'm taking out, seeing which plants are gonna stay in here, and doing some repotting. I cleaned it off. All I did was spray it off. And now I'm going to put it back in and reassemble this shelf. This one I'm gonna leave the way it is. And then after that, we're gonna do stuff with the plants. I'm getting excited, okay? It looks so much better. I'm so happy with reconfiguring that shelf so that I have a really big area right here for really tall plants that I'm going to stake up. I have some that are already kind of staked up. I probably won't move them, but I have other ones that I want to put on moss poles, and this just creates so much more room for bigger plants because, you know, we're going into the fall winter season, and you know, I am planning for my plants to grow super big, and they need space to grow big, and having this grow tent really helps me maintain the humidity, especially during the colder months when the weather is just completely unpredictable. This is like my saving grace. I really only have like a couple of plants outside of the grow tent in my plant room, and it's likely that I'm gonna find another place for them. I really like having my plants together, like in spaces bunched together, not super close though, but near other plants. So now we're going to clean up some plants. We're gonna do a little bit of repotting, maybe. I don't know if I'm in the mood. I feel like I'm in the mood, but then I'm like, are you really in the mood? So I'll probably just put everything back in a more organized manner. And then I'll do another video where we'll do some repotting and cleaning up. That's probably a better idea, but we're gonna make it look good right now. Like now that I'm putting stuff back, I'm like, oh, it's not really that big of a deal, but I really do have a lot of I'm playing myself saying that I don't have a ton of stuff. I'm just being in a silly, goofy mood, I guess. This one is kind of like just random odds and ends. I have some Hoya Crimson, a Scindapsus in here, philodendrons, just random little old cuttings. So I'm not gonna fool with it now. I'm just gonna put it in here. Oh, I think I'm gonna put it in here unless it doesn't want to go. Yeah, this stuff needs a repot. Look at this Syngonium chiapense. It's so gorgeous, but it's literally grown so fast. It needs a taller container. Philodendron Rio that I literally keep neglecting. I'm really bad for that, but this one I'm really happy about. This one didn't grow for a long time, and then I repotted it and it's finally growing and it's so cute. But I'm not gonna repot right now. I really am not. I don't even know why I lied and tried to say that I'm gonna repot today. I'm not in the mood for it. But I did clean the grow tent, which is better than not cleaning it, because I didn't clean it before. So now it's clean, but we will clean up. Just kind of grab some of these. That's kind of concerning. What the fuck? This I just did. This was just like stuff from that shelf that I moved. So everything in here, these are just basically everything in jars except for this. I think this is an alocasia. So I might move that into the other container. So you guys can go here. What is this? Oh, is this an alocasia? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna put you over here with the other alocasia. We have this little thing of cuttings. These are, well, they're all rooted. This is philodendron squamiferum, some bipinifolium, some periso verde, another chiapense, a bunch of stuff that needs to be watered. I think I'm gonna put this at the bottom. Yeah, because that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna put this at the bottom on the other side, and this will give me easier access to these plants because they're right there and I can kind of just like pull them out across. I'll show you, I'll do like a full shot when I'm done. We have my very strange Billietier. So this is the first one that I got, and it was only these it was only these leaves right here, and it's just continued to grow in this like crazy funky pattern. I've never put it on a stake or anything, but now it'll have that room to grow on the taller side of the tent. Melanochrysum, little Syngonium. This is actually growing like insane. I think I'm going to repot all of these. I don't know if I'm going to do it today, but I have Periso Verde, Philodendron squamiferum, and then 2 Syngonium chiapense. I think I'm going to repot these eventually, like soon eventually, not later eventually. But for now, we're just going to keep them